Welcome to an introduction to nouns. In this introduction, we are going to talk about 3 ways to categorize nouns. First, we will talk about physical and non-physical nouns. Next, we will go over countable and non-countable nouns. And last, we will talk about general and non-general nouns. First, let's go over physical and non-physical nouns. A physical noun is a noun that you can touch. Some easy examples are a person, a place, or a thing. Again, remember, the most important thing here is a physical noun is something you can touch. The opposite of a physical noun is a non-physical noun. These are nouns that you cannot touch. For example, an idea. You cannot touch an idea. Music, ability, information. These are other examples of non-physical nouns. Non-physical nouns are usually abstract. Next, let's look at countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are, of course, countable. You can count cameras. 1 camera, 2 cameras, 3 cameras. Uncountable nouns, however, are things that are difficult to count individually. Some examples are water, sand, and hair. Let's look at water as an example. The reason water is uncountable is because water has no size of its own. To make water countable, we use counters. For example, 1 drop of water or 1 glass of water. By using a container of a fixed size, we can count uncountable things. Some nouns are okay with and without counters. These nouns are often things that come in 1 standard size, but can be divided easily into smaller sizes. 2 good examples are pizza and cake. For example, pizza, you can say, I ate 2 pizzas last night. This means you ate 2 whole pizzas. Or you can say, I ate 2 slices of pizza last night. Here, the counter slice tells us how much pizza we ate. Next, let's look at general and non-general nouns. Let's look at some examples of general nouns. In these sentences, we have I like dogs, money is good, Americans eat pizza. All of the nouns in bold are general nouns. Next, let's compare them with some non-general nouns. I have a dog. The birds in the park are singing. I ate a piece of toast for breakfast. All of these bold nouns are non-general. Let's look at the difference. We use general nouns when we want to talk about the idea or concept of something. One way to think about it is to think of all of the things as a giant group. We're not talking about one special part of the group, but all of them. Let's look at some example sentences. Birds can fly. Birds have wings. Birds live in nests. I think birds are beautiful. In these sentences, I'm talking about all the birds I know of, or all the birds in the world, or the concept or definition of a bird. In this sentence, I like dogs. Dogs is a general noun. This is because we are talking about the idea or concept of dogs, the definition of dogs, not one specific dog. When we use general nouns, there are some rules. We use the plural form if it is a countable noun. Usually that means adding an S. And we do not use a or the. Non-general nouns are specific usually. If you think of general nouns as being the entire group of something, then a non-general noun is like a small subgroup. They are specific. Let's take some examples to help understand. The birds in the tree are yellow. So we are talking about specific birds, the ones that are in the tree. That green bird is singing. So we're talking about that green one. That is a specific one. So this is a subgroup of the larger general group of birds. Last, we could say, I have a pet bird. The pet bird is a non-general one. It's one that you have. When you use a non-general noun, there are also some rules. It is very important to think about the reader or listener. What do they know about the noun? Also, you need a determiner. Some examples are a, the, some, and my. In the sentence, I have a dog, we use the determiner a. A shows that we have one dog, but the reader or the listener does not know which dog. They only know that there is one dog. These two pictures should help you understand the difference between general and non-general nouns. I like dogs, and I have a dog. We've talked about 3 categories of nouns in this introduction. These categories can be mixed. Here are 3 examples. I like chickens. I like chicken. I like the smoking chicken. Looking at these 3 pictures, you should be able to get a good idea of the difference in the meaning. Coming up in part 2 of the introduction of nouns, we are going to talk about what goes in front of nouns. There are 2 things to put in front of nouns, either nothing or a determiner. There are many kinds of determiners. Some are articles, such as a, an, or the. Some show ownership, such as my, her, and our, and some show amount, such as many, much, and all. There are also other determiners and other things you can put in front of nouns, such as adjectives, other nouns, etc.